My childhood had not been very easy. It's hard to think of how I am supposed to share with you the side of me while keeping other people's dignity, but I'll do my best. I didn't come from an ideal family setup. My father had a difficult family background. He spent most of his life drinking, and when we talk about alcoholism, you can already tell the kind of environment I grew up in. My mother, on the other hand, came from a very loving and peaceful family. But her life had turned upside down when her dad, or my grandfather, got killed. She left her family in their hometown, came to Manila to make a living, clueless of how her life is going to change forever. She met my dad, and there and then started a difficult, abusive life. Physical, verbal, and emotional abuse. These are the things we experienced at home. You can tell that I've lived in a survival mode from my younger years until my early adulthood. I was the one among my siblings to stay the longest at home, which made me think that the only way to leave was to get married. At 22, I got married to my husband and have kids. Because I became an active member of our church, it helped me to forgive my father. It helped me to understand where he was coming from. So I thought everything was okay. Until my self-issues surfaced every time I was triggered, and I didn't become aware of them until my late 20s. I realized little by little that there are many parts of me I needed healing from. I tried to discuss some things with the people that I love, but I must say that I forgive them for not knowing how to help. I accept the fact that it's possible to have lived in the same environment, but have totally different experience, perspective, and emotional growth. But it is so important for us to have a safe, non-judgmental space to share our vulnerability. When people talk about their traumas, they're not trying to find something to blame on because of their misbehavior. It's just that when people are heard, it's also the time when healing starts. And I think that's how we can help them. It is our responsibility to work on our self-issues so we could function and live well. It is also okay to ask for help. I am so very blessed to have found people in my life who understand and whom I could run onto when I need emotional support. Out of my insensitivity and lack of knowledge, I asked my mom why she didn't leave her marriage as early as possible, so we didn't have to suffer. But later on, I realized it wasn't the best question to ask people who have been abused. There are many factors why they stay, and most of the time, abused people usually think that there is no way out of it. And culturally speaking, a lot of us accepted that this situation is normal. It's normal for fathers to get drunk, to hurt his family, to get into trouble, normal for kids to get beaten, and to see women and children absorb all the mess. I mean, that's a lot of reprogramming to do in one's mindset, isn't it? If you're someone who lives in an abusive environment, and it's just not possible to get out of that at the moment, I understand. But I want you to know that it is temporary. It has an end. And you will be able to set yourself free one day. The quality of my life has profoundly improved when we moved here in the country. My surrounding has a peaceful vibe, which is helpful for my healing journey. The videos I consume are usually very peaceful and inspiring because I crave for this kind of feeling all my life. I learned to build peaceful hobbies. I spend a lot of time in nature. I appreciate every little good things that are happening around me. I do my best to focus on living my passion and finding my purpose. Effects of abuse sometimes takes a lifetime for others to overcome. We have to acknowledge that darkness exists, but light also exists, and we can choose to stay on that light. Life sometimes could be really unfair, but you know what? The most positive people I know were given a difficult past. They learned to create joy in darkness. I want you to remember that your path and how you overcome things could be someone else's survival guide. Someone will be blessed because you went through that hardship. No matter how dark your past may have been, you can change the role you play from being the victim to becoming the hero of your own story. I'm rooting for you.